is 4052, and Earth is still a living nightmare. The environments pulse with life, thick clouds cover the sky, and the creatures that live there are evil monsters. The Earth's moon, however, is a different place. It is a civilized refuge for a race of humanoids simply known as demons. They are called this because they descended from the devil's demons, which bear resemblance to the fiends humans have associated with religion and fantasy. These demons are considerably different than their descendants, which are more peaceful and have adopted the physical characteristics of various animals. Demons used to live on Earth, but they moved to the moon when true evil claimed it. True evil that went by the name of Zodamus. This began when he appeared as a deity of true evil. At first, Zodamus was kind to other demons, but that didn't last long. After a few years passed, he gradually found pleasure and joy in mutating and dominating other creatures. They were warped into strange monsters which looked alien to all except for Zodamus. As he made more of these monsters, Zodamus began to feel homesick. Thus he decided to conquer Earth and transform it into a world he could call home. Though resisted by Falmara and Naitar, the other two deities, Zodamus prevailed and was able to claim Earth. Since then, every demon has been living on the moon, with Falmara watching over them. Falmara longs for another chance to defeat Zodamus and free Earth, but he is now too weak to fight. All of his hope now rests in a demon that is destined to be the savior of Earth. So, guys, this is Demon Earth. This is the February top pick for 365 Days of MegaZeux. And, yeah, it is one of the top games on the DMCX vault. Anyway, and for good reason. This game is, well, as far as I've played it, at least, pretty fantastic. The controls allow you to actually move diagonally, which is actually not built into MegaZeux itself, which is pretty darn impressive right there. It has a pretty good sword engine, as well as the ability to attack ranged as well, using energy bursts. And just the general feel of the game is pretty good. Let's see here. So, well, let me start out from the beginning here of the game, which is actually character generation. You can generate your own character. You can give it whatever name you want. You can give it custom traits, and also choose the main character's color, which is something that you really don't see very often. Mostly because you only have that limited 16 color palette, so that's pretty much reserving one color entirely for your character. The sounds fit the game for sure. The music certainly fits the atmosphere of the game. One thing that's kind of annoying, though, is how hard it is starting out. As you'll be seeing here, no, actually, never mind. As you've seen earlier this video, I should say, you are able to cut through some walls, and they're pretty obvious if you look at them, but some of them will spawn a creature that runs extremely fast and pretty much eats your life until you are dead. No two ways about it. So, that part is kind of distressing. And, it is kind of hard to just start off with the game. According to some of the reviews on Digital MegaZeux here, once you've gotten through the first area, the first dungeon, if you will, you'll be good for the rest of the game. But, well, it should be good at least. But yeah, the game starts really hard. Another thing that kind of irked me is the lack of obvious way to save. I don't know if it's based on, say, the yellow spot that you start on, or what, but I've pressed F3 at several different locations and never been able to save, so I have no idea. So yeah, it did require me to restart the game a couple of times. Also, I ran into a really strange bug, and I don't know if anyone has run into it before. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of mention of such bugs, but I was basically scanning through all the maps and menus from the start of the game, and then moved to another screen, which bumped me back to the character generation. So I have no idea how that happened, but still, you know, might just be a freak occurrence, might be a known thing that was just never fixed, I don't know. Fact is, Demon Earth! It's definitely worth playing. I know I have a few bad things to say about it, but still, if you're up for the challenge, definitely give this game a try. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that it was created by Nighthard, released in 2003. This seems to be the kind of stuff that I would say after the game's story, but silly me, no. So yeah, this is Demon Earth. It is pretty cool. Oh yes, fragments. You can collect fragments, which are basically modifiers. The first fragment that you'll get is a fire fragment, which allows either your sword, spirit, or body to invoke the power of fire, such as sword will give your sword a fire attack, spirit will give your spirit bolt a fire attack, and body will make you resistant to fire and hot things. Not so much resistant to those jerks. But anyway. So, that's pretty much what I had to say about Demon Earth. It's got 5 stars out of 5 on Digital MegaZeux's Vault. It has how many downloads? It has 266 downloads as of this date. And yeah. Demon Earth, guys. So that's it for February of this big old project. I guess a little introspective of how it's been going so far. I've gotten to speak to some pretty cool people, including Otto Germain / Jeremy Lamar, and Graham Pete, who is currently working on a pretty nifty platformer right now. I wish I could remember the name of it, but is looking really impressive, and I'll probably be adding a link to a video down there in the doobly-doo so that you can go and gawk at his progress so far. So, thanks guys for watching. Still got 10 months of this, and there's still plenty of games on the Digital MegaZeux's Vault to review. Oops, sorry. If you guys have any suggestions of games, I can certainly listen to your suggestions. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to accept your suggestions, but you can certainly do it. Other than that, if you want to send me a message, feel free to do so at any time. Seeing as this is not my personal account, it is kind of hard for me to follow comments on the videos. So what you can do is either send a YouTube message to CoolioMZX, you can send me a Digital MegaZeux message on the account Coolio with no MZX, or you can head on to the LowBiasGaming forums and search for CoolioMZX there. Other than that, this is going to be it for Demon Earth and for February. I'm Coolio if you don't know, and I'll see you guys next month.